Call this meeting to order, determine there's a quorum. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, and myself, we have a quorum. If y'all will please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Commissioner Flores.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Citizens' comments.
Do you want to do the minutes?
Sure.
The minutes?
Oh, okay, if you want. Let's go straight in. Item number 4, approving and or amending minutes from previous meetings.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Okay. Item 5, citizens' comments. Mr. Gomez.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is Jaime Ortiz, one of our licensed professional counselors. And of course, you know me, no, retired again. We're here on behalf of the Community Health Improvement Coalition - Mental Health Committee. We've been around for about 25 years, but today we wanted to come and thank the court, Judge Owens, Commissioner Wardlow, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nelson, Commissioner Flores, for all the help you have given us and support you've given us for the last 4 years. Without your support, we'd probably still be struggling. But right now, we're concentrating on just putting the word out to the community on what is mental health, what is dementia, what is Alzheimer's, where can you go if you have addictions or depression or any of those that fit under the mental health. So, thank you very much. That's the only thing we want to do up here is thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
How's that cost? Where's Miss Catherine Bolton? Is she here? Is it F.U. or F.O.?
It's F.U. Fulton.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no, thanks. Hello, my name is Catherine Fulton. I'm from Uvalde, and I'm coming to you all today to ask in regards to my friends who lost a child. This is Uzea, and they are the child of Brett and Nikki Cross. And I'm asking you all to please consider canceling the NRA event that y'all will be holding. I know we had the same thing happen in Hondo, and we also spoke with their city council, and we got them to agree to cancel their event. I'm not asking to cancel it all the time from here on out. I'm just asking in regards to what happened May 24th. If you all could just consider just maybe this year postponing it to another time or another place, just because Uvalde is between Del Rio and San Antonio. So we are your sister town. We reside in between y'all. And I feel like it's disrespectful and it's distasteful that as y'all, as our sister town next to us, would hold such an event after what happened, after 21 people were murdered. And by an AR, that's something that I believe is being raffled in this event, that anybody could just sign up and register to win this thing that killed kids. It destroyed kids. And as it hurts me to come to you guys and ask all that, but I'm asking if you could consider maybe just postponing it or putting it off just for right now. So I hope y'all can do the right thing, make the right decision. And like I said, I'm not trying to take anybody's rights away to anything. I just ask if y'all could just do this for us.
And just for the record, ma'am, we appreciate you coming. we can't get into a conversation over this because I don't have an item. on the
That's fine.
agenda.
I was barely
If not,
told.
we would sit here and we'd all give our opinions.
No,
but,
that's fine.
But we can't because I don't have an item on the agenda.
That's fine. And like I said, I was just aware, barely was told. So I thought I would come over here and I would just give y'all my words and my thoughts. And, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to talk to you right
We
now.
thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I know we're not careful to say anything,
Yes.
but, this is not a county event. It's in a private facility held by a private group. So this court has basically no authority to determine what they do or don't do.
But it's still held in your
We need to be a little
jurisdiction.
careful, Commissioner. Now, again, thank you for coming. Angie, is she here?
She's not here yet.
Not here yet. Steve?
Morning, I'm Steve Moynihan. I'm representing the Mighty Ram Band. And
Steve, cool. Well, congratulations to the Mighty Ram Band.
there you go,
Impressive.
thanks. We have our big fundraiser this year where they play in the community at Bell Furniture on the 1st of October from 6 to 8. And we were wondering if we could
You're
borrow
on here.
item 26.
If you'll, wait 1 minute, we'll take care of this right now.
Okay.
We can come back to citizens' comments. We still have one individual that's not shown, so when she shows up, if somebody will tell me, we can go back to that. But for right now, we're gonna go to item 26, discussion possible action to lend 2 bleachers to Steve, on behalf of the Dover High School, band for their event being held on 10/1/2022 at Bell Furniture.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second by Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I will,
It's phenomenal what they've accomplished.
their next competition's on the 8th, and then they go to the UIL competitions the subsequent weekend. So it's essentially not this weekend, but every other weekend. And it's from the 1st, they're going to be playing from 6 to 8 out there at Bell Furniture using the bleachers.
Yeah, that's impressive. We tried to put something on the agenda. I just couldn't put it together to do a recognition or resolution, but it will be on.
After they go to state, we'll worry about that.
There you go. Okay, we'll do that then.
Thanks,
I thank y'all.
Thank you very much.
Please let us know. Thank you, sir.
Have a great afternoon.
You too. And Angie, get your, again, if y'all will sort of just say hello or something, I'll go back to citizens' comments, all right? Item 6, approving elected reports from elected officials. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez, I don't know why. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Approving bills for payment.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 8, discussion possible action to approve the auditor's report.
Move.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez.
I've got a question for our auditor. How do we end this year? Numbers, I mean, everything good?
Everything's fine. That was the estimated beginning fund balance that was in the budget.
Is budget balanced out and everything good?
Yeah, budget balance out there was obviously through appropriation savings and revenue came in a little bit higher than anticipated, so it was fine.
And, Commissioner, oh, Jesus Christ. And, I don't have it. And the treasurer's report, it closed out, that one was for the end of, August. And I think the balance was a 6 million something.
Well, if you're looking for what the fund balance is right now, that's on your fund balance report. It's similar to this.
Yeah. Okay. So it didn't answer your question. We came
Yeah.
in pretty good shape. And it looks like what he just said, when I put in regular English, our numbers actually came out a little bit better than what we thought they were going to be.
That'll work too, Judge. Yes.
That's it, sir.
All those in favor?
All right.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 9, discussion possible action on the following budget adjustments. A, non-departmental capital section 125, 650 from non-departmental insurance.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action to approve the treasurer's report. This is the good one. I'll show you in your packet. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 11 is discussion matters relating to COVID. This morning, 191 active cases. It's down 44% from last week. We were at 140 something. The numbers are, they're down. So
Are we still paying contract tracers?
we pay 2 contract tracers, and Dr. Palau, in the budget coming up, will end up paying 1 contact tracer and Dr. Palau, and I don't think and the reason we ended up keeping just 1 contact tracer was to help if anything really popped up with the school. They do get a lot of phone calls still for letters to release them.
You understand that the school's not following the CDC requirements. They're still requiring a negative test and other things, and if it's our contact tracers and we're not following the guidelines, I mean, it seems like we shouldn't be paying for it.
Okay. Well, we can look into it. I will tell you that we do still get the phone calls. Well, how do you call them? Do they know what they're doing? We need help. So that's the reason for the tracer and Dr. Palau. I did have a meeting or a phone call with John Sheedy yesterday. He said that I think that he's going to present something to council to try to start scheduling out what they're doing also.
Judge,
they still had some tracers. Yes, sir.
I've got a question. The money, being used to pay the tracers and Dr. Palau.
It's reimbursable, and it's money out that we received at the beginning from.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I mean, I know it's still the same since it started.
Yeah, no.
It's reimbursable.
And we had set money aside.
Yeah.
Out of American Rescue Plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. We'd set a couple $100,000 aside.
We did, but what we're going to be doing this year, it closes out December 31st, is FEMA 4485. That's going to go back as a 100% grant. It's going to allow us all those expenses up until, I don't remember the date, but it's going to capture a lot of those expenses. That'll happen, the bleach machine, the mask, the gloves, although we do have time to go grab those. But going forward, you're correct. It's going to come out of the American Rescue Plan.
So at the end of the day, it's not internal money, not county money. I mean, we're going to get reimbursed at the end of the day. I mean.
Well, yeah, you could say that, but.
It's not completely coming out of our general fund.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
That's correct.
express out there.
And last week we signed stuff. We were missing a thing for a freezer and a little freezer, and last week all that stuff came in case we want to have a credit. Okay.
Excellent.
Is Angie here? No. Okay. Is there any other questions on item 11? Item 12, discussion on immigrants. I guess there's still a lot of people posting stuff about all the buses here in front of Motel 6. There at the mall. I will tell you last week's numbers, the people that were sent out of Valverde County. Can't talk about everything else because I don't know the numbers. But out of Valverde County that went to Chicago were 223 people that have gone to D.C., 4,378, and people that have been sent out of Valverde County that have gone to New York as of last week were 936. We had that group that had come down from New York and wanted to know if we could give them, how many people were on the bus when the bus left, going to New York. I will tell you, John Sheedy tried a couple of times to try to get that information so they could have it. Bottom line is, it's not going to happen. So they will get on a bus. They will be on their way to one of the 3 cities, and that's the way it's gonna be.
Judge, those people bring any New York salsa?
No. New York.
New York salsa.
We had a little bit of a lively conversation with them, but no, it was all good at the end of it.
They keep quite a few buses here, the state does, right? At the Civic Center?
One of the individuals the other day sent a picture that there was 16, so we're hauling out this many people. Well, I can tell you that of Valverde County, the numbers that I just gave, that was as of last week, and it started April 11th of this year, when they started, when we had a meeting, and then that following week, they were gonna start hauling individuals out.
The traffic's been pretty slow.
Yeah.
There at the Star Ranch where I got cattle, I mean, I would see them every day. Now it's been a week, nobody out there, no traffic whatsoever.
It's not like that for Quemado. I think Quemado, they sent the other day of a couple of groups of 100. They're in Quemado, and I think, John, you had said that they come in through also. They were pretty heavy. And Maverick's getting slammed still pretty heavy. Immigrants, we had, he wants me to go into this, but we're gonna go ahead and say. We had an individual that had passed, brought him in, no place to put him. We ended up storing the body. There was a slot that opened up for the, in Webb County, at the corner, the one slot that we could get him in. So that individual was transported to Webb County. There is other costs that I need to talk about incurring, because I think now they want us to send another bag, and there's no good way to say it. So, if we're transporting an individual, if funeral homes are transporting an individual, I think they've been told now that if they'll send an extra bag for the body, that they need to send an extra bag for the body. That's what they were told and what I was told yesterday. That way.
Right, Judge, so we got the letter from Webb County. That letter was to the funeral home transporters, for them to start including the bag, so the cost would not get pushed off to the county. So in turn, the transporters is charging us for bags, so the cost still got pushed off to the county. We haven't paid those yet going forward, but going forward this conversation.
Well, they are ours. I mean, technically they're our bodies. Again, I mean, I might make people mad because the way but bottom line is they are ours. Webb County, our coroner, is asking for another bag to be transported with the body. That way they can use the other bag once they get done. I mean, whether we like it or not, they are ours. I think at some point we're going to have to begin.
Right, we can look into the operations of it and how it works, but one bag every time they go, does that sound weird? Okay.
My deal is, though, that, I mean, I guess we need to visit with Webb County to check and see exactly what are they going to do with that bag, you know? Why? Is it for that same body? They just switch it once they take it out, do the autopsy, they want a clean bag? I guess we'll make that phone call.
Yes, we can, that'll be good.
And that expense is coming out of what?
That's coming out of our autopsies expense.
But we're keeping track of it.
Doesn't come out of Operation Lone Star.
It does not. That's a great point, Judge. Thank you. Right now, it's coming out of autopsy expense. What we're going to do at the end of the year, next week, we're going to gather those up. The sheriff has already started that process. We've got everybody except for this last probably 3 weeks. And then we'll add those. And then we will do a budget adjustment, Operation Lone Star, which that's an eligible expense. And then we'll do that the following year as well, at the end of the fiscal year before the grant.
What kind of cost are we talking about, man?
$50, I think. so don't hold me to that, but it
No, but it's
was,
not $50 per body.
the cost or the bag?
The bag, the body,
It's, for the autopsy, 1,700. The bag, I believe, they wanted 500 for transportation. So the autopsy, 1,700, transportation is 500, and then I believe the bag was $50, I believe. $70. Thank you, Sheriff. See, the sheriff came in and saved me, just like every good sheriff said.
So we're over $2,000, Bob.
Yes.
Each time, yes.
How much?
Over 2,000. The problem is 51, Sheriff, since last year or something? How many bodies since last year?
Pretty close to that.
So,
Uh,
those are funds that we're eating. We will, put the numbers together. But right now, we're paying for it. Yeah,
Okay,
and try to get reimbursed.
all right.
And this discussion on immigrants, I mean, there's just different stuff that keeps popping up. Every 2 or 3 weeks is like something else that we're having to pay for.
And the thing here, Judge, is that we have to deal with it. I mean, period. Can't just walk away from it, so.
No,
It's one body, and so we gotta do whatever we gotta do to take care of the.
and we had a
situation.
couple of consulates that had come in 3 weeks ago, and you know, like I tried to explain to them, I mean, we're still human. Not even-
Well, I don't know, everybody.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's costing the citizens of Alberta County, and at that point, if there is money out there that we get reimbursed, then we're gonna go do it. But we're gonna try to treat these individuals just with utmost respect, and then move forward. Is there any other discussions on immigrants? Other than item 13, discussion of possible action on approval of Madison Group Affairs Agreement and Payment. And if you'll,
I'll second that for discussion, Judge.
okay. And for that motion, Commissioner, if we can, list me as a representative to sign.
And authorize the judge to sign.
Okay, Commissioner, have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. Commissioner Flores?
So we got a written report from them lately. I haven't heard, we haven't had anything on the agenda, on the meetings.
What I can do, they send just random stuff. The one that I've got a little while ago is about a bridge, committee out of California that they're meeting. What I can do is every time that I get something, if y'all want, I'll just forward it to y'all.
That'd be good.
I mean, we only get something probably, when they start talking about legislature and legislation in Washington, he'll send out like annual reports.
Weren't they supposed to come at least once a year and give an update as to what they're working on, help Laughlin, stuff like that? No? Every 2 years,
No, they're supposed to come every year. Have they done it?
every re-election.
Every 4 years. Yeah, I report this. What I can do, he's on a roll. I can forward you every time that they, and I'll just give it to Elizabeth and she can send it out to each one of you.
Sounds good.
All right. Lisa, if you'll remind me when we get back. And what we'll do is we'll just send, Jack and.
Jack sends up probably every 2 weeks an update of what's going on in legislation and what's going on in Washington.
So can we just go ahead and get that sent to
And
them?
we can just forward it to the commissioners.
Yeah,
Each time we receive it.
let's do that. Of course. There's a lot of stuff that he sends, a lot of it ain't got nothing to do with us, it's just like everywhere else. We have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 14, discussion possible action to approve the interlocal agreement between the City of Del Rio and Valley for Mutual Family Violence Protection Program.
Second.
Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, come on up. Discussion of possible action approving amended plat for Kelly Ranch subdivision.
Good morning, Judge. Is it on there? Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This is located within precinct 2. The developer of Kelly Drive subdivision is requesting some road names. And
Located in what precinct?
Precinct 3.
Precinct 2.
Yeah.
3.
Not?
3,
Sorry.
right?
Yeah, because it
It's a
goes
Kelly
up
Ranch.
277.
Yeah.
The line is 277 north.
What precinct 2?
But it's, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's all good.
So Rough Canyon is what?
2.
Rock Canyon is precinct.
The line goes down 90 to the Y, goes up 277 to the lake, and then hits Devil River and goes up from there.
Yeah, so it's in precinct 3.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Okay. We explained the alternatives and they decided to bring in, a plat to have it on a record. So that's why we're presenting this. It's already approved by Amstala and Hughes, and I'm bringing this for your approval.
Bottom line is they're changing some names on the street that were, the plat's already been approved. It has been approved with names on the street. They're changing the names on the street.
Motion to approve.
On one street only.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. Are there any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 16, discussion possible action on approving certificate of compliance on 154 Las Palmas subdivision, Unit 2, Lot 4. The owner's name is Alex Zuniga.
Where's that
Okay.
at?
This is located in Las Palmas subdivision. The owner bought the lot in 2020 and he's been building the house by pieces since then. He already has water and sewer from the city of Del Rio. That's the first lot to your right after lot 3, which is this one. It's an area of 1.25 acres. The house already completed, and the situation that we have here is that we need to bring this to release the power. But we know that the subdivision is not yet to compliance just because of the road. So I'm bringing this for your attention.
This could get a variance on the,
So what we need to do is, we need to release a certificate of compliance for us to be able to release the power to the house.
How do we do that if the subdivision isn't in compliance? Model sub-regs, I don't think allow you to do that if the subdivision is not in compliance.
Yeah, the subdivision is not in compliance because of the road.
No, I understand why. I'm just saying, how do we issue a certificate of compliance if, under what authority?
There's other homes that I've seen down that road that are off, that Las Palmas road. There's several homes there already.
Can we legally, issue, a letter for him to get power, to that piece of property?
Since we're not
Because of
issuing a certificate of compliance to the developer, and just because we already have 10 houses there, I think there's a way for us to,
so there's no problem to approving this?
we already have 10 of them connected to power.
Have you,
We've been talking about this, and that was where we landed, was if the compliance issue falls essentially on the developer, it seems really punitive to have 10 prior property owners be able to get sewer, water, and then power, and we would deny him power at this point.
okay, so simply put, you would be okay if the court voted and there was a majority vote to give this guy power?
I personally would be okay with that. I would have to double check.
Make a motion, Judge.
Second.
Okay, have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 17, thank you, sir. Item 17, discussion of possible action for approval to add an AT&T FirstNet line for precinct 3 and to be paid out of.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 18, discussion possible action to rescind order approving the trade of a 2012 Ford F-250 for a new vehicle.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 19, discussion possible action to authorize the transfer of a 2012 Ford from precinct 1 to precinct 2 and to transfer $1,000. Is it
Hey,
1,000? And to transfer $8,000 from precinct 2's capital outlay to precinct 1 capital. I tried.
Motion for 8.
Have a motion, Commissioner Wardlow, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye.
Judge, oh, sorry. Judge, on this item 19, I was, gonna make a motion to, approve, I'd like to take, $1,125.
Okay, let's go back. I had a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Nettleton. Will y'all rescind your stuff, because Commissioner?
Well, it all depends what he's got.
Commissioner Vasquez.
I'll rescind my second.
Okay. Commissioner Vasquez.
Yeah, Judge, I'd like to make a motion to, authorize a transfer, for the 2012 Ford from precinct 1 to precinct 2. And I'd like to, pay it off from the $1,125 that I have on my capital, and the remainder from, my road equipment, account that I have
Second.
from next year's budget.
Okay, I got it?
I rescind my motion.
Okay, I have a motion. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Jesus.
Judge.
Hold on, I'm gonna write this one down that way. Okay, motion carries 5-0. Item 20.
There's a typo. It should be a 5-year instead of 3.
Okay. Discussion possible action to approve a 5-year renewal agreement for the postage meter for both the county court at law and district attorney's office. Authorized county judge to sign agreement. Expenses will be paid out of their office account. And motion, Commissioner
Second.
Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 21, discussion possible action to approve the 2022-2023 E-rate renewal agreement for the county library and authorized county judge to sign. This is the one that they were, the grant that y'all were working on. Which one's right?
Second.
But we're gonna stay with the consultant.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussion possible action.
Motion to table.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries to table.
We can discuss this in executive session, then we'll bring it back. I have a couple of issues.
Okay. Item 23, discussion possible action regarding the selection committee results from the RFP 2022-20-20, for operating, 22-20, for operating and managing a domestic violence shelter and authorized county judge to sign the contract.
We had one submittal.
We had one submittal. There was another company that had shown interest. John tried to contact them, and there was no answer.
Okay with this group?
Yes.
You've met with them, I haven't. All right.
We have met with them over and over and over again. They were actually the ones that came in and had just a bunch of questions.
Are we gonna negotiate a contract after this, once we select them?
Yes.
Motion to approve the selection,
And we have, and that was one of the deals with, also with the city in here, for their dollar amount. We told these individuals that they would come back to the court. At the end of the day, we need to get to them where they're self-sufficient. But the court would provide funds, we bring it to the court to see if the court would provide funds, which I didn't think would be a problem, for a year or two, hopefully just a year. But it would give them an opportunity to go out and apply for grants. They've already looked at applying for grants, and they've already gone, I think one of them had gone already to school, to grant writing school. So this is they're a lot further ahead than the other individuals that we'd ever contracted.
but we'll have a contract come back.
Yes.
When we get it.
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 24, discussion possible action approving resolution of award for environmental review services for the Target Range Facility Project.
We'll make a motion to approve the Texas Infrastructure Development Group LLC.
Okay, I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Questions? Motion carries 5-0. Item 25, discussion possible action on amendment to J. Gonzalez event border pit battle approved on 4/29/2022.
Move.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Any discussion? Motion carries 5-0. Item 26, we've already done. Item 27, discussion possible action to lease or donate the fairgrounds parking lot to Michael Andrade for a trunk or treat event held for families with children with special needs.
Motion to
Good.
approve.
I'd like to make a motion that we donate.
No, go ahead.
Second.
Okay, first of all, the motion would be to donate the use of the fairgrounds for this event. Is that it, Commissioner Wardlaw?
Yes.
Okay. And then it was seconded by Commissioner, Flores, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, is there any other questions? None? A motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 28, discussion possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to purchase 60 body cameras from Operation Lone Star Grant. The sheriff had come and asked on how to do this. I told him that usually the court had set up one committee that would go to the grant committee. But I told him to go ahead and put this on the agenda now, and then in the future, it did need to go before both committees.
What's the life expectancy on these?
About 5 years,
And how long have we had the group we have?
about 5 years. The original group, and there's been some replacements that have been, purchased, but that we're piecing them together. They're basically at the end of life now.
And this couldn't have waited until the committee met to determine?
We just put on the agenda, kind of pressed for time to get it, because we're.
How many do you have left?
Sorry?
How many do you have left?
We're about 3 shy on deputies right now.
Understand, but I mean, this is a planning issue, but that's fine. Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
No.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 29, discussion possible action to request issuance of a county credit card for Valverde County Sheriff's Office to be used by Mark Vélez and Julio.
Motion to approve, yes.
Second motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 30, discussion possible action on approval to hold the Halloween kickoff event at the county courthouse October 28, 2022. The last meeting, we asked for the fairgrounds, and they had a meeting with department heads and sent out an email, and they thought it'd be better if we could hold it at the county, here at the county courtyard. And what the plan is to close off this pecan in front of the courthouse, and then have every department, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So we requested from the city to close off Pecan in front of the courthouse and this other side street by where Sacred Heart School is. We've invited vendors. We've called several vendors. So hopefully we'll have some food trucks, lots of goodies. Department heads are gonna decorate the whole courthouse. Everybody's gonna dress up and give out candies to the kids.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 31, discussion possible action on adoption of the pay period schedule and holiday schedule for fiscal year 2022-2023.
Motion to approve.
You hesitated.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Any discussions? All those against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action. Item 32, discussion possible action on the workers' compensation program renewal questionnaire and authorize county judge to sign.
Motion to approve.
Second, that, Judge.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. Any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 33, discussion possible action on approval of HR monthly report from September 14, 2022 through September 27.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Who made the motion?
You did.
Commissioner Flores? Second, Commissioner, and motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Is Angie there?
She's not, but I'll speak.
Well, do you wanna talk, or we're gonna go into executive session, then we can come back out and we can wait on Angie? Or do you wanna speak right now? Okay. We're gonna go back to citizens' comments, item 5. And ma'am, if you'll just please state your name.
I'm not with, Fierce Madres. I'm Marisa Mancha. I'm here as a citizen in solidarity with the 19 lives that were lost just down the road in Uvalde, Texas. I know it's a shame that we didn't make it on the agenda because there is a fundraiser coming on September 1st with the Friends of NRA. The gentleman that was here almost attacked my husband outside. That is a red flagger. He is one of the reasons that we shouldn't have guns. He shouldn't have a gun. I mean, do you know that they're fundraising? I know he went and said, oh, so-and-so's going to be there at the event. There shouldn't be this event taking place so soon. It's only been 4 months since these families lost their lives. You know, we should, as Val Verde County, we should say, no, let's put a hold on this. Stop it. We're not saying, cancel altogether, but it's really too soon. I don't even know if it's going to ever be, enough. But we are in Del Rio and Val Verde County. This just happened in Uvalde. The raffle was the same type of gun that did the destruction to these kids. Some of the kids couldn't even be identified. They were decapitated with these guns that they're raffling. And do you know, all you need to do is pay $40. No ID, they're not asking for ID or anything, no background check. All you have to do is purchase $40 and you can enter into the raffle to win these guns. So I'm asking for Val Verde to say, put a stop to it. This is not the time.
Ma'am, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, we should stand in solidarity with those 19 lives and those 2 teachers that were taken. They're not going to have a chance to be marine biologists. They're not going to be a chance to be fashionistas, to be TikTokers. Those lives were stolen because of the guns. And we should stand in solidarity with them. Even though we did not make it on the agenda, I think we should stand in solidarity and say, push this back or hold it off, whatever you need to do.
I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of comments under county judge's comments, and not to get into a conversation with you, I'm just going to make a couple of comments. As far as I know, we did not have an item that was, people that sent anything that they wanted an item on the agenda. If we'd had a request, especially something as serious as this, to put it on the agenda, it would have been put on. Okay, that's just to clarify that.
Mm-hmm.
The other deal, we had a commissioner a little while ago, Commissioner Nettleton made a comment. This event is being done not on a county facility. It's at a private facility. I personally don't think that this is my opinion, can't speak for the court, that I should get in the middle of telling them to hold the event or not hold the event. We did pass a resolution here wanting to raise the age limit from 18 to 21. I think also, again, this is just my opinion, not the courts, but a cool-off period of so many days, to me, I think there should be a cool-off period. But the comment that was made a little while ago that you pay $40 and you end up with the gun, that's not the way it is. You buy a raffle ticket, if you end up with the gun, then you still have to pass the background check and go through everything like that. You're just not handed a gun if you win the gun. All right? I don't think that as a court that we should go out here and ban them from having the event. I will tell you that it hit us all. I can't even say, I'm not going to sit here and say that I know that what they went through, because I just can't do it. But when the event happened, we were text messaging and sending and calling the mayor and the county judge in Uvalde for anything that we could do, just to let us know. But to go out and to tell this organization not to have an event on private property, again, in my opinion, I don't think we should go down that road. Now, if it was on a county facility, it would be the vote of the commissioner's court to have it or not to have it. But on a private facility,
my understanding was in Hondo, the city, it was not, a city facility either, but the city put a stop to the NRA from having that convention. And I was hoping that something like that would happen, even though we didn't make it on the agenda. I mean, this is coming up on the 1st. So I was hoping that in solidarity with the families of Uvalde, that we can just say, hey, like you said, cool down period. So it's only been 4 months.
Judge,
It's only been 4 months.
can I make a comment under Commissioner's comments?
Real quick, yes. We really can't have this discussion. Again, you keep saying that we didn't make it on the agenda. We weren't asked to put it on the agenda. Just to be perfectly clear. If this was going to be a conversation, and if anybody would have wanted to put it on the agenda, I'm sure that any member of the court, me included, we would have put it on the agenda to be able to have this conversation. All right? Again, I just don't see, my personal opinion, as a county judge of Alberta County, trying to stop something at a private event, a private facility. I'm not telling you how that's what I'd vote. I just don't see that would be, that would happen. All right? Commissioner Flores, we're going to go to item 35, Commissioner's comments.
Sir, Juanita Martinez from Maverick County. Can I be allowed a minute?
He wanted to speak first, ma'am.
Okay.
I think, Judge, out of courtesy and respect to the lives that were lost in Uvalde, and being so soon, and we have already gone through that one step of the trying to move the age from 18 to 21. I think we, the court, the county, could send out a letter to this group of people to stop their event this year and do it sometime next year.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Our board, Judge, there's nothing
On the agenda to do it.
This court to take any action.
Yes, yeah. And that's how come I kept saying that if we'd have been asked to put it on the agenda and have that conversation,
I mean, if we did that, we'd be in violation of state law.
Yeah.
So I
Can't be
advise
done.
the court not to take any action, but you can't.
and again, that's how come I keep saying, if we'd have been asked, or if we'd have known that y'all were coming, or somebody was going to put an item on the agenda, we would have done it.
Can they put an item next meeting and maybe
The event will already be over.
It's a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I didn't know that.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
I still think that you, as a county representatives, I think you all could still put out a very strong statement and saying that there's nothing you can do. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. Maverick County, Valverde, Uvalde County, we have to be strong. We have to stand with these families that lost their children, 2 teachers. We can do a lot more than just pay lip service and say, oh, I'm sorry, it's not on the agenda. There's got to be a way, Mr. Attorney. There has to be a way to put something out there, have a special meeting, call a special meeting before Saturday, there's still time. Call a special meeting and do something. We cannot allow that to happen. We have to stand strong. Maverick stands strong with Uvalde. We are here to speak up for Uvalde. I'm wearing this shirt not because I belong so much to that organization, but because I feel strongly that all of us border counties, the border coalition too, we should stand with Uvalde. There has to be something that can be done. And yes, a special election, a special meeting can be called. You have the power to say, we're going to have a special commissioners board meeting tomorrow or Thursday. And then it'll be on the agenda and we'll be back. And there is something you can do. I don't accept that there is nothing you can do. These children are too important. We cannot forget. I've spoken. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me.
No, thank you for talking. Thank you, ma'am.
Is that something that can be done?
We will ask to see if they want to call a special meeting. And if you will give me your phone number, and I'll let you know how that comes out.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and give me your phone number up here, just don't, that way you don't say in front of everybody.
Thank you.
Can I also include my phone number in that because I am from Uvalde?
Ma'am?
Could I also include my phone number in that?
Yes, ma'am.
Chicken scratch.
No, it's
I
all
couldn't
good.
understand my handwriting.
And that made it better.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
How appropriate. You have a mother from Valverde, one from Maverick, and one from Uvalde. And we are here standing strong together, which is the way it's going to get done. These guns cannot be allowed to continue on our streets.
Now, can I understand because I got nothing to say. All right? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming. And,
Sorry, I'm late. I'm Angela Viescas for Angie.
well, you were actually on. If you want to come up here, y'all okay?
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys. My name is Angela Viescas, but Uvalde, Texas knows me as Angie. I was raised there. I'm a Robb Elementary alum. But I'm also the founder of an organization called Fierce Madres. And I want to thank all of you for allowing me to speak today. I understand this was not an agenda item. What I'm here to say today is that we're not requesting to take the rights of anybody who wants, fundraise with NRA. We're just asking that there be some compassion about the timing of it, because it's still yet very, very raw. I was at a press conference yesterday with 2 United States Congress people, Joaquin Castro and Sheila Jackson Lee, in Uvalde yesterday, and hearing the testimonies of the families, it's as if it just happened yesterday. So my understanding is that Valverde County wants to have, a fundraiser on October 1st, if I'm correct. And we're just asking if you would consider postponing it, because you're neighbors to Uvalde, right? And we just ask for compassion for children. We ask that your leadership would consider the children, even if they're real. If we don't live as a society that puts children first, we've lost all of mankind. So I apologize for being late, but thank you for hearing me out. And I'm not sure, how you go about making these decisions, but I would like you to consider a postponement.
Angie, It's not Valverde County, it's the NRA, not Valverde County, just to be specific. One of the comments that they had right now was if we called a special meeting to take a vote, to try to send a letter or something. I was given 2 phone numbers a little while ago, and I will get back with y'all before the day's out, just to let y'all know how that went. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Item 34, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.072, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 8, contemplated litigation, C 551.072, regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property and possible action in open session thereafter, D 551.073, regarding a negotiated contract, lease or value of real property and possible action in open session thereafter. E 551.076, regarding security advice, security audits, and/or security personnel. Folks, if y'all will give us the room, we'll take a little 5-minute break, and we'll go into executive session. Carlos, you'll come up and figure out what we're doing. Okay, lights on. We are back in session. No action was taken in executive session. We had tabled one item, which was item 22. Discussion of possible action to exempt current and future district attorney vehicles per CLG code. Well, the code is right, 721.005, parentheses B, for the in-subscription requirements.
Judge, I'll make a motion to approve item number 22 to make the future and current district attorney vehicles for transportation code to be exempt from the inscription.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second. Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Anybody against? Motion carries 4-1. Commissioners' comments? None. County judges' comments. There's 3 ladies that showed up about a special meeting. I visited with the county attorney right now in executive session. As county judge, I will not be calling a special meeting, but I will be calling the 3 ladies, the two ladies who left me their phone numbers to advise them that as county judge, I will not be calling a special meeting. So that's all I have for the county judge's comments. Item 37, meeting's adjourned.